7 months after Julian Assange was told he should not be extradited to the United States to face espionage charges, his supporters were back at court, and he remains in jail, watching via video link as lawyers fought over the appeals process.
These are not just items of law. This is our lives. We have the right to exist. We have a right to live. And we have a right for this nightmare to come to an end once and for all.
In January, a British judge found Mr Assange would be a high suicide risk if sent to an American prison. The United States government was initially granted permission to appeal that decision on limited technical grounds, but the scope of that appeal has now been broadened significantly. It means evidence about Mr Assange's mental health will be challenged. Lawyers for the US say the decision not to extradite an individual requires a mental illness of a type that the ability to resist suicide has been lost. Part of the appeal will be that Mr Assange did not have a mental illness that came close to being of that nature and degree. That's a claim his biggest supporters find distressing.
The US government is questioning the statements that have been made about Julian's mental health, saying that they are overblown. How do you feel when you hear that?
Sorry.
The United States will also seek to discredit evidence from a psychiatric expert who provided a report on Mr Assange, arguing he misled the original judge by concealing the fact the Australian had fathered 2 children during his time in London's Ecuadorian embassy. The 50-year-old's lawyers said that was only done to ensure the family's safety and does not alter the expert's evidence about Mr Assange's mental well-being. He has now spent more than 2 years in London's high-security Belmarsh prison.
Nobody in their right minds think that anybody who is at all psychologically vulnerable should be put in to the American prison system. The judge in January was absolutely right when she ruled that it's an oppressive system.
So a win for the US government today, but this process is far from over. The full appeal hearing will take place in late October, when High Court judges will have to decide whether to overturn the lower court's decision to block extradition. That's something appeals courts are often reluctant to do, but decisions throughout the long history of this case have often proved to be unpredictable.